Class 5 students. Today I am going to start with another new chapter from geography. So as you can see, I have written the chapter's name here. So the chapter's name is clear, that is temperate zone. You will get this chapter in your geography book, and if you turn to page number 92, there you will get the first page of this chapter. So please follow this video and try to understand what I am going to teach you, and follow the question answers which will be attached at the last video of this chapter. Students, you can see I have drawn one picture in the board, and here I have tried to mention the location of the temperate zone. Okay, so you can see this is temperate zone. I have given this mark to mention that where the temperate zone is located. You can see if you consider this is our earth and this is 0 degree, that means it's an equator. Equator divides the earth into two equal halves, northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. Now 0 degree, and you can see it 23.5 degree north and 23.5 degree south. You know this place is called the hot zone or the torrid zone. Now we can here I have drawn this I have drawn this mark and here also and here also. So now we can understand the location, that is 23.5 degree south and 23.5 degree 66.5 degree south, in between that place. Okay, and here also 23.5 degree north to 66.5 degree north. So this place, so both these places are called as a temperate zone. Okay, it's not very close to the equator and neither very close to the pole. That means it's in the between that place. Clear? And so it is 23.5 degree south to 66.5 degree south, and here 23.5 degree north to 66.5 degree north. So why this zone is being called as temperate zone? Because temperate means is neither too hot nor too cold. As this place is not very far from the you can see that equator, here is the equator, and it's not very far from the equator as well, it's not very far from the pole. So or other in other way you can also say that it's not very close to the equator and neither very close to the pole. That means it is actually situated in the middle. So you can see this one, this place is we can get that means neither too cold temperature nor too hot. So that's why this place is being called as temperate zone. You can see this map of the world, and we are going to see that where is the temperate zone located. So temperate zone, as this is the equator, you can see this one, this is the equator, and here that means it is the Tropic of Cancer. So here, from here to this place, from here to there, that means Tropic of Cancer to Arctic Circle. Okay, this place, this whole total place is called the temperate zone of the northern hemisphere. Just like that, here you can see this is the Tropic of Capricorn. So this from Tropic of Capricorn to the Antarctic Circle. So this place is being called as the temperate zone of the southern hemisphere. Now in this temperate zone we are going to read also about the grasslands of the temperate zone. So you can see this this map, and I'm going to locate the important grasslands of the temperate zone. Okay, so the first one you can see, this one, this is the this is in North America. Okay, and this green color, this one is called as prairies of North America. This is the grassland of temperate zone. It's a very famous grassland of the world. Now here you come to the South America. Here it is Pampas. It is called as Pampas. So Pampas of South America. It's also important grassland. Now come to this one here. It is called the steppes. Steppes, you can see the map. As you can see the map, so this steppes is actually in between Europe and Asia, both the continents. Okay, so both the continents means, that means here if you just consume here, if you just think that here it is Ural mountain, so you know that naturally Ural mountain is dividing the dividing the two continents, Asia and Europe. So this part is Asia and that part is Europe. Now this steppes is actually in between Europe and Asia. So this is also important grasslands of both the continents. Now here you can see this is a small place, but it is we can get it in the South Africa, and this place is being called as Veld. It's also important grassland. And the last one, that is here it's in Australia, and it is called Downs. Okay, in Australia it is called Downs. Now how many that means grasslands we are getting? Prairies, pampas, steppes, veld and downs. Okay, this 1 2 3 4 5 temperate zones we have got. Now I'm going to express about the climate of temperate zone. So first of all, the climate, you can see I have written some points for this for the temperate zone. So the first point is written that neither too hot nor too cold. You know that this place is having not very too much cold, neither very too much cold, not very that means hot. And the second one is warmer near tropic. Warmer near tropic means, you can see this is the 0 degree, and if we take only the northern hemisphere, so in northern hemisphere tropical zone is 0 degree to 23.5 degree north. Okay, so this place basically 23.5 degree near to the 23.5 degree. So basically what is saying that warmer near tropics, that means you can see this place, the place which is very near to the 23.5 degree north. So this place is also in the temperate zone, and the place near to the Arctic Circle is also in the that means temperate zone. So, but the place which is near to the tropic, it will be obviously warmer and colder as we move away from the equator. You can see this is the equator, and this place, if we move to the suppose like in the frigid zone, in Arctic zone, so obviously we will feel colder. Now desert climate in dry region. Desert climate means this place in temperate zone, many places are there which is very dry. So these dry places are having the dry desert climate. It's obviously less rain. This place is having the less rain than the hot zone. Hot zone, you know, it's very too much rain occurs here. Now 4 seasons, that means it has 4 distinct seasons like summer, winter, spring and autumn. I will be telling about the natural vegetation of the temperate zone. So the first one, you can see the first point I have written here, that means the grassland. By this point you can understand that grassland means here, that means it's temperate zone is very famous for the grasslands. Here we can get grasslands and many acacia trees. Acacia trees means is the trees which are having the thorns. Okay, and next one, that is desert. Desert, that means thorny plants or those with fleshy stems like cactus. We get this type of natural vegetation especially in desert area. Number 3, that is deciduous. Deciduous, this means deciduous kind of trees are there. What is the meaning of deciduous? You know that this kind of trees are generally shed off their leaves in a particular time of the year, like oak, maple, beech, elm. Okay. Next one, that is coniferous. Coniferous means it's generally we get to see this kind of trees, especially in the mountain hilly region. This kind of trees are like tall, straight, cone-bearing trees with needle. Okay, like pine, fir, like this kind of trees. we get this kind of trees also in the temperate zone. Next one that is very important, that is Mediterranean mixed vegetation. Mediterranean mixed vegetation means Mediterranean climate is there. Mediterranean climate is a climate which is a different, totally different from our climate also. Our climate means it's our Indian climate. We get rain in the summer, but in Mediterranean climate they get rain in the winter. Okay, so what is that? That Mediterranean mixed vegetation means here, that means we get different kinds of deciduous trees, coniferous trees, then like bushes like lavender, rosemary, different kinds of vegetations also we get. And also the different kinds of trees.